After a quick stop at Tim Hortons, getting our jeeps, hit the road. We're heading towards Harrison Hot Springs. This is sure to be a fun trip. I get to follow this awesome orange JK on 37th. This is gonna be one fun day.
And just filling up gas at Harrison, getting ready to head out. Here's all the jeeps. And the FJ is over there with an awesome off-road trailer just filling up their tanks. Almost ready to hit the trails. Here we go, the very first dirt of the day. And we're going up.
This is so beautiful! Look at all the water! Ah!
And Lucas driving straight onto the lake.
Woohoo!
And there is all our crew. It's been a really good trip so far, and it's only the beginning.
This dog loved chasing reflections. Every time we stepped out of the jeeps, it would find someone with a phone or a watch that was making any sort of reflection into the ground and just go crazy at it. And on the other hand, this was these other two dogs that were just fighting over this huge piece of wood. It was just really funny. To head back to land, we decided to go through the water right here. This was way deeper than any of the other water crossings had done. And the orange jeep had already done it because he went to drop off his wife at the other side of the water. I was really worried because I could see that on that jeep on 37th on the high left, it was very deep. My jeep was covered all the way to the grill and I could feel the water in my legs, but fortunately I managed to do it without any issue. I was very surprised. After having a lot of fun in the water, we start heading into land and heading towards our destination, which we think will be Nahatlam Lake at this point. Probably saying that wrong even now, but that's where our original plan was. So we're heading out of the water. We're going through all this mud that you have to go through to get out of the beach. We're starting to head uphill towards Nahatlam Lake. We have no idea what awaits us, but we are just starting, and this is just a lot of fun.
Quick little stop to admire the view from the bridge. BC is beautiful. It's a long fall. You can hear the waterfalls and the water down there. This is so pretty. So pretty. Waterfalls. After a quick little stop to look at the pretty waterfalls, we're off again. We just passed Shoal Creek. I mean, that's what this waterfall is called. It's called Shoal Creek. And we're heading up towards Nahatlan. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but yeah, that's the direction we're going now. And we're gonna find somewhere around here to camp, I believe. We might head up all the way to Nahatlan. Maybe even get off route for a little bit and go more towards the lake, because where we meet in the Hatland is kind of just like the very end of it. So we might head more over to where the actual lake is. Camp over there. We're not sure yet. This radio is making a lot of static. I'm sorry. But anyways, yeah, it's been really fun so far, and we're just getting started.
As we continue heading up, we quickly find snow. This is not a surprise, we knew we would find snow. What we didn't take into account is that this is the end of March. This snow has been here for a really long time, and is the worst type of snow because it's just starting to melt, which means that it's really hard packed, really slippery, and it does not give you much traction. It quickly became a problem.
The snow quickly is becoming a problem. We're having to brake pad, and even for that Jeep on 37s, and like a lot more stuff, it's being a real pain in the butt. FJ back there is stuck. My baby little Rubicon is doing just fine, although I am just following the tracks of the Jeep in front of me. So yeah, it looks like this is just got a heck of a lot more interesting real quick.
After about 20 minutes of continuous trying to get up the hill, we realized that this is taking way too long. We're having to back up and go back forwards in order to break trail, and to make matters worse, the FJ is stuck pretty much all the way at the beginning where this deep snow starts. So we decide to turn around and go help the FJ, which is having a really hard time turning itself to look the other way. We're having to winch it to multiple different winch points. And yeah, so we decide we're not gonna go to the headland. We'll find something else to do. Because as much as we really want to do this, we're starting to realize that it's gonna take way too long, and especially with that FJ behind us, it might not even be possible. Here you can see how little traction those tires are really giving on that FJ. Even with that winch, those tires are doing little to none. It's partly also because this FJ is pulling a very heavy trailer. But we decide we're just gonna winch it around because those tires are really not doing much. So we continue just slowly getting this FJ to look the other way. At this point we realized that the driver had forgot to turn on the lockers. After the lockers are on, we make a little bit quicker progress.
He is the supervisor. He's supervising that we're doing everything proper. And my Jeep is all the way over there just waiting. Whoop.
Ready?
Once the FJ is perpendicular to the road, we decide to just pull it with a strap and the second Jeep Rubicon. This proves to be really effective, and we managed to get that FJ looking on the right direction. But even then, that FJ is still stuck, and unfortunately the Jeep can't do much at this point. The tires are just spinning, so we have to connect the winch to another tree and just finally get it unstuck.
Change of plans. Heading up a different way that even though we've said the name of it 100 times, I still can't remember it. But yeah, we're not giving up. We're gonna find some. Also, it's pretty early, so we are going to keep driving. Might not be the destination we planned on, but it doesn't matter. The journey is the fun part, and the journey continues. That was fun. Back to snow.
We are not very far on this trail, and we already find our first obstacle. There's a tree that is blocking the road. This means we might be the first vehicles here in quite a while.
Oh, there's something across Oh, but that's alive. That would take forever. I know, it'd take a long time to burn.
Look at it!
With the tree out of our way, we continue heading up. This, so far, seems more promising than the other destination, towards the headland we were originally following. There's less snow, but it's slowly increasing.
We did keep moving, so Jeeps are doing pretty good, but now We need to wait and see if the FJ makes it through that. We'll see, I guess. I don't see it back there yet. And this is as far as we make it on this trail as well. After that bridge, the snow gets ridiculously deep. Like really, really, really deep. So, yeah, breaking trail is getting to the point where it's not really doable. So we're gonna stop here and probably head back to some campground. Well, we have decided to head back to the beach where we were crossing the water and stuff, and just camp there because the snow got really, really, really deep. Like you can see here how deep it is even here. We got about 3 times as much up the hill. So we're gonna head down and camp at the beach. It was still really, really fun. No complaints. And there it is, the beach. Well, it might not be where we wanted to camp originally, but I'm not gonna complain. This is a really nice place to be.
After playing in the beach for a little bit, we found a place to camp and we begin making preparations to spend the night in this beautiful sandy beach. We're making some hot chocolate. We have our food and the fire. And all the other peoples. They have rooftop tents. We'll join that group.
Huh?
We'll join the rooftop tent group soon.
One day.
We ate some smokies and after a lot of talking, it's time to sleep. It was a great day.
Next morning, we're leaving the beach. It was a really nice night. But it's time to keep going. We're gonna probably go check the hot springs, check them out, and then head home. It's been a really good trip so far. Icicles! Lots and lots of icicles. And we are in snow! I love snow. Snow, snow, snow!
After a very quick stop at the hot springs, where I forgot to grab my phone and take some pictures or videos, we start heading down. Hot springs are full of people, so we decided not to even go. But now, on our way down, we are unfortunately stuck behind 2 stock trucks that are taking their sweet time over this obstacle.
Just having to wait for the 2 trucks that are having a hard time over this washout. Oh. Some of the issues of having a long wheelbase.
Once we hit the bottom of the hill, we get to the Forest Service Road, which is pretty flat. We start heading home. This was a really fun trip.